Was the Nathan Horton hit the catalyst that basically woke this team up and said, guys, we're better than the Canucks? You know, that first period speech, supposedly by Zdeno Chara, that people are still not really giving you the exact details of. That will come out in weeks to come and maybe in books to come. But wasn't it that hit that kind of turned that series around?
Oh yeah, the Bruins really rallied around that a lot, so much, and that they knew they were better than the Canucks. We can do this, you know? We can beat these guys, play our best hockey of the season here in these upcoming games, and they did just that, blowing them out 8-1. That was great.
What was your opinion, Dylan, of the hit on Nathan Horton, and specifically the fact that Patrice Bergeron had been knocked out of games with a concussion, Marc Savard perhaps knocked out of his career by concussions, and now, boom, another one of their top players goes down with a concussion. I would think if you were a veteran player on the Bruins team, you were fed up.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like annoying if you keep happening and there would keep being injuries. The Bruins seem to be able to like work around the injuries, but still, that's like such a dumb play by Aaron Rome. But see, that was very intentional. I'm at least glad that he got suspended for the rest of the series. And that's one thing I don't like about the Canucks. They're such a dirty team. Aaron Rome and Alexander Burrows, the biter, and now Aaron Rome, the hitter. He's gonna hit people, and now Nathan Horton. But he's like better. He's doing better now. But still, it's so dumb of Aaron Rome to do that.
They were dumb. They were cheap and they were dumb, and now they're losers.
Yes.
Is that perspective for you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, we can't not mention the Bruins Stanley Cup run without mentioning one player in particular. He went home with a little trophy called the Conn Smythe. Let's talk about Tim Thomas.
Yeah, he was fantastic through the regular season and through the playoffs. He had to prove himself. I remember Tuukka was going to be the #1 goalie, and he took that job right away.
It's amazing if you think back at the beginning of the season, and Tim Thomas was not the #1 goalie. It was Tuukka Rask.
When he has to prove himself, that's when he plays his best.
Yeah, and it's funny, though, that Thomas kind of snagged that #1 role of the goalie right away. When he started posting all those shutouts in the first, I think 5 or 6 games, he had like 3 shutouts or something.
It was like one or none, as far as goals go.
Yeah, and what about the future, Dylan? This is a very young team, except for Tim Thomas and Mark Recchi. Mark Recchi's now going to retire. But Tim Thomas is 37. He's the elder statesman, but he's also the goalie. You can certainly play goal into your 40s. Certainly, Dwayne Rollison proved that. Huh?
Well, I feel like he still has like 3-4 years left in his career, and plus they also got Brad Marchand, Tyler Seguin. Tyler Seguin, he has a bright future. I mean, doing that against the Lightning in that one period in the playoffs. Tyler Seguin, I mean, he's only 19 years old, and for him to do that at 19 years old, imagine like 3-4 years from now, if he can do that now, that he could be like even better and be like a star one day, possibly. And also Brad Marchand, the two goals against the Canucks in Game 7. That was just so great. Brad Marchand, he's playing great. And
now he's a restricted free agent. He'll get his bucks. Marchand, young, talented, kind of a Kenny Linseman rat type of player, the type of player you want on your team, because if he played for the Canucks, he would certainly fit that mold of being kind of a dirty player. Let's face it. I don't know if everything that Brad Marchand does is dirty, but it's certainly edgy. How's that? Is that fair? Is that a good description?
Yeah, it is. Sometimes he steps over the line, but most of the time he's just trying to, gain your head. And the cool thing is, he can score. And he always hustles. That's what I love about him.